One of the most important parts of Loomian Legacy is catching Loomians. For me, I've spent hundreds of hours looking for cool Loomians to catch. And I mean, just look at this. No man needs this many Loomians in their box. To be honest, I'm getting quite tired of all these Loomians, so instead, I want to play through the game without catching a single Loomian. Well, actually, I'll catch one. A Geklow. My favorite Loomian of all time. How much can this puny little lizard do against the entirety of Roria? Of course, I can't play through the whole game with just Geklow, since I need to get to the point where I can catch one first. Well, actually, I did use a Geklow. He was just so strong that I'm not gonna show any of the first fights. Eventually, I found myself a Geklow, and while acquiring this little guy, I was ready to start the challenge. I named him Alex, because I named like all my Geklows after my friend Alex. It's just what I do. Only issue is he was only level 5. Usually you'd have like a level 10 Loomian at this point, so I was playing at a disadvantage. Thankfully, I was gaining levels pretty fast, fighting all the trainers in Route 3. After doing my first of many Geklow Ditto matches, I decided to test out the first theater. I didn't expect to win, I just wanted to see what I was getting myself into. While inside, we completed a bit of Geklow's mastery, awarding us 2 power fruits. Seeing how we can get to level 15 just like that now, I thought that I could actually beat the Battlestar in this attempt. The saving grace of this fight is that Naya's Geklows were using static shock on me, which actually helped me out, seeing my lightning rod ability. All this increased strength let me one-shot the Kleptyke. Yeah, this is pretty surprising that I won this, but it's only gonna get harder from here. We're now fighting Jake, which wasn't too hard since he was just begging you to subscribe to Colbe the whole time, which like, how weird is that? Why would you ever want to just subscribe? Just do it. It's right there. Just do it. Going against these school bullies, I realized that Geklow is pretty bad against plant types. Electric is not very effective on them, and light just doesn't work at all. The only way to get past them is by using Spare, a move that's not even meant for actual battles, and just static shocking them when they're at 1 HP. Route 4 and 5 are just littered with plant types, so I had to do this a good amount of times. We made it to a Igneous Hollow, and while we were there, we met the first roadblock of the run. This corrupt monk with his Rakrolla. Geklow is weak against Rakrolla, but we did have Shine with his neutral damage. Unfortunately, this Rakrolla was just too strong for us, and his Boulder Blast just annihilated us. After grinding a few levels and meeting a fellow Geklow enjoyer, we tried again. Boulder Blast had a range from hitting 2 to 5 times, so luck plays a good factor in this fight. And he hits 5 times. Well, I used the potion, and his next Boulder Blast only hit 2 times, so we finally knocked him out. He has another Rakrolla. That's not good. Today, I learned how essential it is to know when exactly the opponent will waste a turn to wait a rest. And healing items, those are nice too. We made it to the corrupt monk boss, and wouldn't you believe it? He has a Rakrolla. At this point in the game, you can only have a very little amount of medium meds, so I'm ashamed to admit that I used them all to get past this damn cave. After we went in the pagoda, Alex finally came to appreciate how daunting this Geklow only run really is. And he wanted to learn Energize. This is the only setup move Geklow has access to. It's magnified for Iguanas only. This will be one of the most important moves we own, so I got rid of Spares, since realistically, what strong plant types do we even fight in the story? During the corrupt Ikazune fight, I made the bold realization that fire is not even very effective to Geklow. Yeah, I still don't have the type chart figured out yet. It made me learn how easy the fire theater is gonna be. I also learned how much of a joke this Krakaloa is. Like, man, his best move is Slash. He doesn't even have a fire move. If there's anything you should get out of this video, it's how badly the second theater needs buffs. The only hard part about this was the fact that I messed up at the very end of the second puzzle. We went through Rally Ranch and almost died to this trainer. Apparently, he was just added to the game recently. And you know, I wish he wasn't after what he did to my fat reptile. There was a trainer on Route 7 with an Escargot, which made me remember how much I hate plant types. Even if I had Spare, I doubt that would be enough to take this dude out. I now know how badly we need medium meds. You can just buy them in the shop at level 10 mastery, and we're currently at level 9. So I smashed some robots down until we could buy them. This slug was no match for my abundance of medicine. We also got this drop of youth from a homeless guy, which is extremely important for raising the defense of Loomian that haven't evolved yet. Geklow. We made it to Sapphire City, where our rivals wanted to flex on us that they're not doing a Geklow only run. Look, I love Iguana too, but without his own setup moves, he's just inferior. That's all there is to it. We're now challenging Faust, and once you learn that electric beats metal, you can probably tell what the outcome of this battle is going to be. Concreton could have been tough since it was part Earth, but we had just learned Gamma Pulse right before the fight, and he also just kept going for Scapegoat even when he already had one up. Stratosaur comes in, I see double arrows, I win. Simple as that. that. I go in Polar Corp to fight the corrupt Protagon, and I made one miscalculation when entering the ring. I forgot to heal. As you see, that leaves me pretty vulnerable. We probably would have lost if Protagon could just see that his power siphons was only helping me. We kept hitting ourselves in confusion, so I don't know how we squeaked this one out. Alright, so if you've played this game before, you will know the massive difficulty increase that happens as soon as you enter the beach. You have to fight the corrupt Samarine, which we all know how monstrous this dude is. And like every trainer in Atlantean have fully evolved Loomians with good movesets and items. Not to mention, most of the Loomians are going to be water type, which is super effective to Geklow. I know electric also beats water, but he's also just a Geklow, so I don't know if that'll mean much. Doesn't help to know that I'm starting to lose against these random trainers too. To slightly help with my water weakness, I got myself a Wave Pro that half the first water move against me. I challenged the Samarine, and yeah, we died. The worst thing about this is that Thunder Crash does recoil depending on how much HP you deal. And since Samarine has 500 HP, I'm doing just as much damage to me as the Samarine. The only way to win this fight is for me to learn a new electric move, and I know just how to get one. If you recall the rules, there's only one rule: only use Geklow. I can do anything this game has to offer as long as it's with Geklow. That includes going to the Battle Coliseum and buying Thunderstrike with combat points. It's not that easy to beat battles with a mere Geklow though.
No, if you wanted to forfeit, that's all on you, I won't judge.
Why?
Geklow is too strong. I can save you the time.
Just attack.
I ended up buying CP with Robux to get Thunderstrike. You may call this cheating, but I call it finding loopholes in the rules. I guess this is exactly what we needed as we took out the Samarine in the next attempt. We did get lucky with the full paralysis and sharpen though. We made it to Atlantean and died to the agent in front of the theater. I told you these fights were getting hard. I learned that medicine is broken in the double battle with Lucy. It literally just wastes a turn, which made me a little paranoid. Luckily, no one decided to attack me for the rest of the fight. The battle against the head chef seemed simple against Colossotrops came in. Remember when I said there's no more strong plant types in the story? Yeah, I forgot about this guy. Would you believe me if I said this was harder than the Samarine fight? Geklow couldn't learn any move that was good for Colossotrops. There was just no way I could beat this thing, and I was afraid the run would just end here. Well, my strat was to just energize, heal, energize, heal until I was good enough to sweep. A max Thunderstrike was good enough to two-shot the Colossotrop. It was finally time to take on the Atlantean Battle Theater. I challenged the first trainer and wow, we weren't even close. You probably know how this battle theater specializes in double battles. With only one Loomian, we have to 2v1 these behemoths with only a Geklow. I tried this battle over and over again, but this just doesn't seem possible. Somehow I actually managed to beat the first trainer just to instantly die to the next guy. So I had to restart the first battle all over again. I just didn't see a world where you could beat the first two trainers and the two battle stars all in a row. It would take insane luck just to do this. It took me so long just to beat the first trainer. So I'm here to say that beating Loomian Legacy with only a Geklow is impossible for now. The only reason why Pokemon solo runs seem possible is that they can just spam X items and over level. I'm already max level and there's no stat increasing items in this game. When the level cap increases, beating the Atlantean Theater with Geklow could be possible, but with how hard this game is getting nowadays, getting through the next part of the story might just not be possible. Going into this, I knew that the Atlantean Theater might not be possible, but honestly, I think getting here is enough of an accomplishment. So if you enjoyed my suffering, please subscribe because these type of videos take forever to make. But yeah, I guess I'll see you in my next big Loomian Legacy video project.